friends, today I am back out at another master plan community for you, and I'm in the city of Maricopa. Now, if you want the absolute most affordable suburb of Phoenix, this is where you want to come. Today, we are going to look at some spec homes. We're going to look at those model homes, take a look at the amenities, drive up and down some of the streets here, and let's jump in and get started. Let's go ahead and put up a map real quick so you know exactly where we are today. We are in the city of Maricopa, and the builder is Brightland Homes. Actually, I've never featured this builder before, so come along with me for this first time here. The city of Maricopa is separated by the rest of the greater Phoenix area by the Gila River Indian Reservation. This is land that is likely not going to be built on, so there'll remain that little space that's a buffer between you and Phoenix. Now, that does add a drive of about 25 minutes when you're driving from Maricopa into the greater Phoenix area. There's a shopping outlet mall that's kind of in between, a really great place to go shopping. There's also one of the best restaurants in all of Arizona, Kai, along that drive as well. Now, the bad thing is that road going from Maricopa into Phoenix, that's the one way in and out. So as you can imagine, during rush hour, that can get really backed up. They are working right now to have that widened, hopefully alleviate some of that congestion. But for sure, if you're looking for affordability, Maricopa is the place to go. Here in the city, you have lots of casual dining options. It's a very young city, so there's lots of new shopping centers. There's a Lowe's that's coming in now. They're always getting a new store, so it's kind of cool to see how this area is really growing. If Maricopa is interesting to you, if you have any questions, put them in the comments or reach out. This home right behind me is their Bluebell floor plan, and this is a spec home, otherwise known as a quick move-in home. Now, usually when I do my videos, I am starting in the fancy model homes that are upgraded, but today I'm starting with a spec home. So stick around if you want to see those fancy model homes. But I wanted to start with a spec home because I like this floor plan. I like this better than the models that they have. I think that they're actually building a new model home with this floor plan because it's very popular and also has a way bigger master closet in there. So let's go inside. I'm going to tell you more about this spec home as we tour. So first off, just right away, I like the exterior of this home. The elevation is just really cute and welcoming. This is a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home, 1,680 square feet with a 2-car garage all on one level. And you can see these tile shingles are the flat rather than the curved tiles. It just has a little bit more of a modern look. And when we come in the door here, you will see this ceramic tile. This is not luxury vinyl plank flooring. This is the more durable tile. And I like this color. I like how the grout matches the color of the tile already. This front area has 2 bedrooms and a bathroom, but it's kind of set up differently than a lot of other floor plans. So you have this front bedroom that looks out to the front of the house with this one window. Carpeting seems to be a nice quality. And you have a nice, area out here before you go to the other bedroom. You have this bathroom first. I wish it had 2 sinks, but not bad. Whenever you see a spec home, it's going to be a more realistic view of what you're getting, right? Because it's not highly upgraded. And you will better know what it will cost you. In this case, this exact spec home, they have listed at $375,000. That is with no incentives. So you're gonna get your market rate, no closing cost. So if you're a cash buyer, that can be an attractive offer. However, if you are not a cash buyer, they will give you an incentive. They'll just need to raise the price up to cover the cost of the incentive. So it's still an option if you want to get one of those lower rates. Just reach out, we can figure it out. I do the negotiating, make sure you're getting the best deal. So that was your coat closet. This door right here is where you're going to come in from the garage. You'll have your laundry room right there. and a little nook over here where you can put a bench, some hooks, some cubbies, so that when you come in from the garage, you'll have a place to put everything down. Pretty much all homes now have this open concept living where the dining and the living and the kitchen is all one big room. Some pretty kind of dusty blue cabinets in here with the white backsplash. No fridge in here. That's something that some builders will negotiate on, so that's part of my job. I'm here to try to get all those little things for you if at all possible. And it costs you nothing to use a realtor. So make sure if you want to go visit some model homes and just kind of get a feel for what you like or the area, don't go by yourself. They'll probably make you register, in which case if you bought a home with them, they would not allow you to have a realtor represent you. And like I said, I do not cost you anything, the builder pays me. I'm going to walk with you every step of the process, make sure you are well taken care of, and also that you get into the right area and the right community. There's a lot to pick from here in Arizona, and I am well versed on what all of them are like. So you have your toilet when you come into your primary bathroom, double sinks. You still get that huge shower. It's not, you know, the fancy tile like in the models, but you know what? This is really easy to clean. That's a good thing about it. And you still have the tile on the bottom there. This is what I really liked, is the closet size. Closet size here is very large, and you could do so much more with this space to make it even more functional. Lots of room in here. Okay, now let's head outside. Outside of these big slider doors that are very popular these days, and here's that dirt lot you're gonna get. What are you gonna put in your yard? If you're the creative type, this might be a lot of fun for you. You'll notice there are no two-story homes around you. That's something that I always want to check for my clients who are buying a new construction home. Let's figure out where the two-story homes are, if there are any, because some people don't want a two-story backing them. All right, I'm going to head over to the model homes. After that, we are going to look at the amenities here. The HOA, the Homeowners Association, is only $81 a month here. You're not going to get a swimming pool, but I will show you what will come for that HOA. Right behind me here is their Belice model. This floor plan, you can have either 3 or 4 bedrooms. It comes with 2 bathrooms. It is 1,987 square feet, and it has a 3-car garage. The base price on this one, it is starting at $392,000. This one is set up as the sales office, so right here is where your 3-car garage will be. That's going to be a tandem garage, 2 cars deep on one side. You can see that this elevation has kind of a nice big front porch. And then you also will notice the pavers that come standard in this community. Now, this porch area is part of the elevation that you choose. So this floor plan, you can pick different elevations. Some will have the porch, some won't. So the elevation that you choose really makes a difference. And coming inside here, you have a short hallway. So some people like the long hallways, some people don't. I feel like this is kind of a happy medium. You also have kind of this nice touch on the ceiling here, something just a little different to add some character. You have your front den here. Now, this one, as you can see, just has a window right here in the corner. So it's pretty private and quiet back here. And then you can see this is the front door, and you have this kind of wide opening coming in over here to a couple more bedrooms plus a bathroom. These bedrooms that are the secondary bedrooms all have the standard size of closet, and they're on the smaller side. Plenty big for your guests or kids. This one has the window looking out to the front. So in this case, you have the front porch right outside of this window. And again, the standard size closet. You have this nice big linen closet over here. And then you get double sinks, which is nice. And then the other great thing is that the shower and toilet are separate over here. They don't have a door on this section right now, but I believe they will when you build the home. If not, I would want to add a door. Kind of a cute way that they did that shower tile. Okay, let's go over here. We have the laundry room. Kind of a cute way to decorate in here. Lots of cabinet space over the washer and dryer. Plus you really have room for some, maybe like a small fridge or like a mini fridge or a small freezer, or just some more storage. We're gonna check out the primary suite right there in a second. And this is just a real open square area. You have a really big kitchen island. So they have it seating 4 right here. You could even squeeze in 5, really. Lots of space in here, very family friendly. Open, you can get these big slider doors out here that bring in all sorts of light. And then they also have a pantry over here, which is currently set up as their offices, but you do have a walk-in pantry. And then you also have, some places just have something like this for the pantry, so you really have a lot of space in here for storing everything. Maybe you want to keep appliances on these. These are really nice how they slide in and out. I don't know actually if I've seen that in a model home before. Okay, let's check out the primary bedroom, which is right here off of the living area. I kind of liked this flooring they put in here. Different, kind of has a natural wood / cork look to it. And a really nice big shower. The sinks in here are separate. You kind of each get your own space. You also have this linen closet, which you can use for towels, toiletries, or even some of your clothes or shoes. The closet in here is a nice size. I feel like you could add extra shelves in here and hooks, so even make it a little more usable. Here is your toilet right next to the shower. And then in the actual bedroom, something I kind of appreciate is these corners. It's just not completely square in the corners here. It's kind of like a bay window. Just adds a little bit of character, something different. Okay, we can pop outside real quick, get some inspiration for what you might want to do with your home when you move in, because you will have a dirt lot. So that's something you're going to have to figure out. What do you want to do with your backyard? Personally, I like this. I like the pavers. I just think that they have a real aesthetic appeal. They're very durable. You can replace them if something goes wrong. Artificial turf and real low maintenance plants back here. You can see that covered patio that you get in the back. Let's take a little drive through the neighborhood so you can get a feel for what it's like. Right here, you will notice this home is for sale. Even though it is a new construction community, that does not mean there are not going to be some resale homes available. So you always want to check and see, what are the resale homes selling for? Do they have a swimming pool? What is the backyard like? Who knows? Maybe you'll end up finding a better deal in the neighborhood on a resale home. make sure you reach out. I can do that search for you and make sure you're getting the best deal. Let's talk about that homeowners association fee. That's what you're going to pay every month for amenities like this playground and all of the common grassy areas and paths. As I mentioned before, you're going to be paying $81 a month here. That is low when you look at all of the new construction communities at large. However, you're just going to be getting this playground and some grassy areas and some trails. No swimming pool, no sports courts. So you're not paying a lot, but you're also not getting a ton either. Now, if you're one of those people who wants a community that has all of the clubs and amenities and everything, reach out. I am well aware of which communities those are, and I can point you in the right direction. You have that cute little bench over there for mom and dad to sit down. And then they just have, this climbing structure that you saw. They also have this zip line. These, I think, are a little bit newer. Certainly didn't have it when I was a kid, but so much fun. They can sit on that little thing, zip all the way down to the other end. They also have one over here for special needs. And over here, you also have this little ramada, so you can bring a little sack lunch, have a picnic with the family. And one other thing that's kind of important to note is that this builder is part of a larger community called the Lakes at Rancho El Dorado. So as you're coming into Maricopa, you're going to turn and go down this really beautiful street lined with palm trees. In the front of you, you're going to have these fountains and this great pretty lake. And as you're just driving through the communities in this area in general, you're going to see those little lakes and paths. So the whole community at large is very pretty and convenient. This model home is the Castelleno floor plan. This one has 4 bedrooms. You can get 2.5 to 3 bathrooms, 2,142 square feet with a 3-car garage. Now, this actual model home, they are going to be selling soon. And instead, as I turn this around, they are actually building a whole other model home right here. Their smaller floor plans were more popular, so they're trying to lean that way. So who knows, maybe this model home with the backyard already done could be your next home. So here is that 3-car tandem garage, 2 cars deep on the side. Now this actual model home is for sale. They don't have an exact price on it, but I was told it'll probably start with a 5, somewhere in the 500s. And this is the way you get a new home with the backyard already done, which can be rare. Kind of nice stonework here. Now they do have, if you can see, some spikes up here because there have been some birds wanting to live in this courtyard. Birds can be an issue. Sometimes they just pick a house and they want to make it theirs. So they move in and you have to do everything you can to try to get rid of them. I actually have referrals for companies that simply deal with bird issues. So if it's ever a serious problem, I have you covered. Here's that front door. So you have a hallway going back this way. You can see they don't have a door on here, but it's cut out such that you could put a door there. If you want extra privacy and really make this almost like a casita, you could do that. You have your linen closet, a bathroom that has the dual sinks, and the separate toilet and shower over here. Again, you can put a door on there. And then you have 2 bedrooms. So hypothetically, you could really make 1 bedroom like a living room, and you could make the other bedroom more of like the actual bedroom if you wanted to make this into a casita space. And both of these bedrooms in the front do have the smaller closets. When you come back out this way, here is that front door again. And then you have yet another hallway. So that's where you come in from the garage. Another bedroom, kind of quietly tucked away over here. None of the secondary bedrooms are very large. Just enough space for your kids or guests though. Your laundry room, really tucked back over here behind the garage. You have another coat closet right here. A place to hang up your bags. You have your powder room. And then this is just kind of an open space right here. They have it set up as a den, but I could see doing all sorts of different things with that space. Whatever it is that's important to you, you have that extra space right there. And then your open dining and living room. They put in some gray counters, a nice big sink. You have Frigidaire appliances, a gas range, some of these darker cabinets. Fewer people are requesting white now. You'll notice that that is a soft close. That's always good to see. So if you want to buy this model home, you do get some extra upgrades in it because it is a model home. So that's nice. Now let's take a look at the primary bedroom. Coming in here, it's a good size. I feel like you're not wasting space by having it bigger than it needs to be, but it does not feel tight by any means. Again, you have this huge shower and a window that opens right by your shower. I love that. 2 shower heads. You have your dual sinks, of course, lots of counter space. Over here, you will find your toilet. You do get a linen closet. I do not have a linen closet in my bathroom at home, and that would be a real blessing. Now, this closet is a little bit narrow. I kind of wish it was deeper, but at the same time, I feel like this wall over here that doesn't have anything on it, definitely you could put some shelves on that wall and make the space more usable. I came right outside to show you this angle of the backyard. So one of the downfalls of buying a new construction home is that normally you have a dirt lot. For some people that's great because they want to plan it the way that they want it anyway, but many people, they don't want the out-of-pocket expense of doing that. So here's an opportunity. You could buy a new construction home, already have the backyard done for you so you don't have to pay anything for that. And they put in some nice pavers. This pergola would also be included. Now, this home does back to a community road. It's not a major road, you know, with stoplights or anything, but you would hear a little bit of traffic on occasion. One of the absolute most important factors that my clients have in the first place is, do I want to buy a resale home or do I want to get a new construction home? When we compare what they will be paying on their monthly mortgage at the rate that the new builders are giving versus what they are going to get with market rates if they buy a resale home, they end up saving hundreds and hundreds of dollars getting the new construction home, plus everything is brand new and under warranty. So in most cases, new construction is the way to go. Now, I am here to help negotiate all of the little deals for you. I can help you get potentially a lower rate than what they're offering, more towards your closing costs. If they're not including appliances, we can ask for those. So there's lots of little things that are negotiable that you may not realize. The important thing is that you take me with you when you're visiting these model homes. Otherwise, they're not going to let you be represented, and it costs you nothing to have me there. So reach out. I want to be that person, that advocate for you so you find the right community and get the best deal. If you are thinking about moving to the greater Phoenix area, whether it is years away, months, weeks, it is never too early to start planning ahead. Here is my information. If that is you, make sure you reach out. It's the only way that we can connect so I can help you find your next home right here in sunny Arizona. I hope to hear from you soon.